All right, so we're doing some commentary over one of the greatest grappling matches I think I've ever seen in MMA. Now, there's something a little bit, I guess I'd say strange about this fight is it seemed like they kind of agreed not to strike with each other. Like, this is probably the most high-profile, pure grappling match that you're ever going to see. Then they throw a couple strikes here and there, but, you know, when I go through this fight, you're going to see that they basically committed to grappling the entire fight. And these were two of the top grapplers in MMA at the time. It's Carlos Newton and Kazushi Sakuraba. Look at this. Already off the bat, look at this counter. Carlos has the underhook. He's going to sidestep to set up this Kosoto Gake. He puts his head towards the center, and because of that, Kazushi is going to drive with that overhook and use this Uchimata as a beautiful counter to a beautiful entry from Carlos. Going to move forward a bit to Carlos playing his guard here. Very heavy emphasis on the overhooks and the wrist control from Carlos. Beautiful step around armbar attempt. The leg got caught up there. Otherwise, this probably would have been a finish right here. But Sakuraba's left leg got stuck under Carlos's, and now we're in this over-under pass position. They both were not too urgent about positions either. They seem to very much go with the flow in a lot of these situations. You know, they were okay with getting their guard pass or even their back taken, you'll see later in the fight. And see right here, not much resistance there, and he's very confident he's going to just scramble out, which he does. Ends up with a takedown. Again, not much resistance to the takedown either, so I'd like to think this match wasn't a work. Tell you the truth, I'm not positive. Either way, it was a very entertaining match, to say the least. Let's look at this rolling toe hold again. Open guard. He says, why not? But of course, he gave up his back here. One thing about Sakuraba is he was not scared of people taking his back. He was very confident in his ability to escape and counter positions. So he was a risk taker. You watch any of his fights, he was a risk taker. And he just loved to entertain the crowd.
They went for 2 rounds and tried to out-submit each other, couldn't, then say, you know what, forget this. Let's fight real Vale Tudo. Let's fight mixed martial art rules. Let's punch.
And one thing he also loved when people were in a rear body lock was he would reach over for that Kimura. He broke Renzo Gracie's arm like that. And he's on the single leg here, another one of his best attacks.
Let's punch.
Grabs that single leg. Let's rewind here.
All I can say is,
look what he does. He's going to face to the inside. Boom, grab that single leg.
There seems to be
Carlos was great with his wrist control in this fight, too.
The way he does that single takedown.
Was constantly looking for it. Great way to not get punched and also set up some of your guard attacks. Kept his feet posted, as we say, foot action.
Yeah, they're definitely playing at a higher level.
And he just decided to fast forward here so we get to more of the action portions. And again, as you see, very few strikes being thrown. If this was a normal fight in MMA, there would be a lot of striking done. And that's what leads me to believe that there was a agreement backstage, or maybe somebody got paid. I don't know. Maybe the Japanese promoters just wanted a really high-profile grappling match. That's my guess, is that they said, look, we're going to pay you guys well. We want a grappling match. You're two of the best grapplers in MMA right now. Controlling the elbow and the wrist. A lot of patience from these guys. Ooh, beautiful knee cut right to that far side armbar. And look at that counter by Carlos. Look at these scrambles, man. This was an insane match. Even if it was a work, you got to be in shape to be able to move like this.
Amazing. I had said,
again, not a ton of resistance on that takedown.
That I'd ever seen. This may have trumped that. This may be more technical.
See, what I love too is this fight. I don't even have to skip much to get to the action portions. You know, it was action-packed the whole way through.
What surprises me
they pretended
is
to
the unorthodox way Carlos Newton gets out of those armbar attempts.
It was a strange way, actually, because he wasn't pushing the leg off his head. He was pushing the other leg, and that was very strange to me, I think. But you should do a toe hold. Oh.
See,
he keeps threatening that toe hold.
These guys are thinking about 4 things
Carlos
at
was
once.
trying to sit up
your legs there, your two
and
arms are there,
threaten that hip bump, but
neck is there.
Sakuraba's very postured up. Not easy to do.
But right now, it's Sakuraba dictating the pace, for sure.
Wow.
Okay, here's a rare moment in this fight where they were standing. They were throwing a lot more body and leg kicks on the feet, too.
Nice kick.
We're not really striking much for the head in this fight. I moved it a little bit.
Oh,
Boom. Time that single leg.
Obviously.
look how he does the takedown. It's so...
Love just
makes it
snatching a
look
low
so
single.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Now watch the way
Very
Sakuraba
smooth in the
relaxes.
movements. I thought the way that
Takes
Carlos
a
plays
moment,
guard
then
is
it
interesting.
explodes.
You know, instead of locking it closed, he always was putting those feet on the outside or posting. You know, like he liked to kind of grapevine the legs here a lot.
I like that. Puts his hand right on his waist. So now get
It's an
back.
interesting
I'm
choice.
gonna get up. Looks like he's going for like a heel hook or something. Yeah.
Remember you told me about the code?
There you go. Hold again.
Okay, a rare punch here. Another toe hold attempt.
Got it. Carlos is going to really hustle to get out of this one.
He should stretch
This is
the
like a
leg.
reverse octopus. You know, so he took a big risk there, showing his back for that toe hold. Got interrupted by a YouTube commercial. Had to recut in. I like that little hook on the arm there to try to turn him. Sakuraba was so hard to hold in the back, though. He had such a good ability to turn back into the back take. He's always hiding his shoulder.
Every one of his fights I've seen, he gives up his back. And it's
And
amazing
then he
because
just does like
he
a
really
little
got rid of all
rotation.
fucking
And
submitted from this
when
position.
I do this escape, I'm typically exploding really hard, but he was just
Head to the body, you know?
I think the Sakuraba
kind of
is
would
like
grab the
one of
leg
those
and start
codes of
rotating here.
grappling where there's no
See, right here,
striking.
boom, that's it. And he turns in
Okay.
and gets out.
Because
He
they've
did
had
that
so
several
many
times in
opportunities
this
where they
fight.
could have punched each other. But I don't think they made any kind of a deal here, but it's just why
Great job countering that
Sakuraba
butterfly
is
there.
into that,
Sumige
Carlos
Ishii
Newton.
into this pass. Well,
Most
not
men,
pass,
primarily one
but
most
you know what I
fights.
mean.
Sakuraba having had only a couple of mixed martial art fights by submission.
And Carlos
One of
was
them
kind of
knocked
just
everybody
threatening to
else, so
sit
he
up.
doesn't
I do the
strike
similar
a lot of
thing.
strikes,
I'm always
but
kind of
he
just
has
threatening to sit up.
I
Good
think
wrist
strikes
control
himself,
here.
I think
That's the one thing about MMA gloves
So-
is your ability from the guard to actually control the wrist and hands is much better because there's a knot at the end of the lever. Makes it much easier to hold.
Whoa, that was a good
So
one.
throwing up these arm bars and triangles is actually very viable in MMA because of that.
That was a wake-up call, so Carlos probably said, okay, that code, if there was one, which it doesn't seem there was, Sakuraba just landed a nice grazing right hand off the left cheekbone of Carlos Newton.
That code turned into code red right now.
But Sakuraba was always playing the 2 in, 2 out
Carlos, what's he
philosophy.
He doesn't want to give
Not easy to
this
triangle
kind of
him.
position
Also,
to
love these
Sakuraba.
underpasses.
Sakuraba.
Great job exposing the back. Carlos did a good job exploding and facing him. Carlos clearly the more explosive athlete of the two. To be fair though, I mean Sakuraba's a good athlete, but Carlos was a freak back in the day. And oh wow, they're finally on their feet, and it's gonna last for about 2 seconds. And he shoots. End of the round.
Push up, dips, no weights. He doesn't do
All
any
right, we're gonna fast forward through all this mumbo jumbo.
Showed
All right, let's get to the start of round 2. Here we go. Gonna use the kick to set up his shot.
he's probably going to lay down.
Beautiful back trip here, and then he's right into the Kimura though.
Uh-oh. Sakuraba only
Slips
almost
it,
going for a Kimura
attacks the
from
back.
side.
This is solid grappling here.
man.
By the way, this is almost 30 years ago. This was in like 1998, 1999. Insane to think about. How is it
If
this
you
long
wanna
ago
learn
already?
about grappling,
Beautiful
watch
job rolling
matches
back out
like
of that,
this.
not allowing the hooks. Oh, look at this exchange.
that
I gotta
hurt.
rewind
That hurt
this.
just to watch
I gotta
it.
rewind this and
Oh,
slow it
neck and
down.
shoulder cr-
These are skills that hold up in today's grappling. Look, he uses his hands to block the hooks. He back rolls. Carlos controls the shoulders, comes up, but he only has control of one shoulder. So when he falls back, he does an excellent job of bringing Sakuraba to the mat. And now he's gonna do basically a Granby roll. Sakuraba explodes out,
That hurt
and he
just to watch
follows.
it.
Like,
Oh, that
what a
neck
beautiful
and shoulder
sequence
crank
there by
going on
both
right
of them,
there. Just
especially
roll.
Carlos Newton getting the better of that one. What I was gonna say is, guys, if you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate it.
Knee, that's
Oh,
Good shot.
That's it. Keep doing it.
brutal
Just
knee
keep
in
doing
the
it.
body.
Just keep doing it.
But, to the people who go, man, why don't this guy shut up and just let me watch the fight? Unfortunately, I can't just post these fights without making alterations of my own, or I'll get copyrighted. So that's why you got me talking over this whole thing,
Nice.
Hopefully you guys enjoy the commentary.
Remember me,
But,
watching me.
yes, that is why I am using
I
my
think
stupid
these guys have
voice
to don't wanna
over
end the
this
match with
entire
two rounds, but
video.
striking.
Unfortunately,
A real classy-looking
I have to
technique. I
make
admire that, but there are plenty of times
considerable
when
alterations to
submissions like
videos
this,
for
like
it to
I
be
said,
original content
Sakuraba
on my
out of this
page.
position.
So that's the reason that you're getting my commentary.
There, and hitting him there. Do it. Look at this, man. These guys. Oh, now he's gonna.
I think
Got a
that
nice
because these guys-
crucifix going on here.
Now I pull it to the left. That's gonna be the end of the fight. That could be the end of the fight.
Carlos?
Yeah. Cross face him to the other side. And keep
He
his
just
leg.
had to throw a couple shots. He's using that over back control on the arm. to keep Sakuraba from facing him. Let's go back. This is really good because Carlos has almost lost the position, but because of the way he's controlling the arm, he's able to maintain his chest-to-back exposure.
This is so cool.
Really good job riding out that sequence. And again, these guys were very advanced for the time. And I believe they would hold up well today in grappling, you know. Would they be ADCC champions? Maybe not, but these guys would definitely be some of the top-level grapplers today as well.
Has been just at the height of mixed martial art grappling.
And I believe Carlos is going to land some pretty good strikes at this point in the fight. Yep.
Good shot.
He got a little annoyed and was like, open up. Brutal shots to the body and head there.
Now Sakuraba gonna go.
And Sakuraba, that's his famous move there, that Kimura attempt. Didn't work out there, but he hit that on a lot of people, especially standing. He did not want to rear body lock Sakuraba on the feet. Back to wrist control here. If they were punching, Carlos would be doing a good job of mitigating a lot of those punches. It looks like these guys only punched when they got really frustrated in this fight. Oh! Just a little bit too short on the arm here. He almost did a good job pulling this back into the pocket. Almost got that elbow joint exposed, but not quite. And Carlos always did a good job of just stepping over to avoid these. And the critical mistake of this fight is coming.
How exciting was that? It has been Kazushi Sakuraba who's been the initiator.
And I mean, Sakuraba was just so good from turtle and from people fighting on his back and very relaxed and calm. You're going to see the counter he hits here. I believe this is the end of the fight. As Carlos gets one hook in, Sakuraba's going to step over for a leg attack. That's the one problem. When you have one leg in, the other one is exposed for that knee bar. And I actually like using this as well. So when the opponent has one hook in, the other leg is exposed right here. He's going to put it between his legs. He gets a beautiful knee bar exposure here, and that's the end of the fight. Beautiful fight, beautiful match. And this is one that I wanted to go over because I just feel like nobody's seen this. It deserves praise.